Hello, I'm Tuệ An. You're watching the Insightful Journey channel, a space where we seek sustainable peace together through profound life philosophies. Today we'll talk about a paradox in modern life. How can you ensure your mind doesn't become the involuntary recipient of other people's negativity and troubles? Have you ever felt utterly exhausted after talking to a friend or colleague? Exhausted not because of physical labor, but because you unintentionally took on a heavy bag full of unnamed anxieties, complaints, and criticisms. Unofficial statistics suggest that the average adult is exposed to 15 to 20 pieces of information or complaints carrying negative energy daily. And the painful question is, how many of those did you allow to be dumped into your mind? This is precisely why we must learn mind protection, a core lesson from ancient teachings. I recalled the story of a Zen master and his disciple. One day, the disciple rushed in, face flushed. "Master, someone insulted me terribly. I don't know what to do." The Zen master smiled and gently asked, "If someone brings you a gift, but you refuse to accept it, to whom does that gift belong?" The surprised disciple replied, "Well, the gift still belongs to the person who brought it." The master nodded. Exactly. The insults, the anger, the complaints, they are all negative gifts that others bring to your soul. If you don't open your heart to receive them, they remain entirely theirs. The problem is not whether they dump the trash, but whether you open the door to let the trash into your house. This simple story encapsulates the applied Buddhist philosophy of karma and the mind of ownership. The person who is angry, complaining, or venting negativity, they are creating their own karma. They are practicing their own suffering. There's an old Buddhist saying, "Affliction is enlightenment." Recognizing affliction and not running after it brings you close to awakening. To put it simply, negative emotions are not worth storing, especially other people's emotions. We can immediately apply the 3R mindfulness method to protect ourselves. A peace shield for your soul. 1. R. Reflect. The pause. When faced with an outburst or a persistent complaint, reflect by pausing for 3 seconds. Take a deep breath. Do not react immediately. This is when you create a sacred space between the stimulus and the response. The Buddha taught mindfulness. Return to your breath so your mind isn't swept away. 2. R. Recognize the separation. After the pause, you must clearly recognize and separate the issue. This is their problem, their anger, not mine. I repeat, this is their karma. You are not responsible for managing other people's chaotic emotions, unless you choose to do so with compassion and wisdom, not out of fear or contamination. 3. R. Refuse, the gentle boundary. This is the action step. You must refuse to accept the negative gift with gentleness and firmness. You can smile and say, "I understand you're very upset, but I have urgent work that requires my focus right now." Or, "Thank you for trusting me with this. Would you like my help finding a simple solution rather than just venting?" Setting a mindful boundary isn't heartless. It's self-respect for your own energy. Remember the famous quote, "No one can hurt you without your permission." Your peace of mind is an invaluable asset. Don't trade it for meaningless complaints. In summary, being swept away by external negativity only happens when we open the door of our mind and allow it to enter. Today, you have the 3R mindfulness method to equip yourself with an inner stillness. Reflect, pause, to regain control. Recognize, separate the baggage, and refuse. Set boundary, gently, to protect yourself. What do you think of this method for protecting your inner peace? Please leave a comment sharing your thoughts or a story about a time you were successfully able to refuse the emotional trash below. If this information and knowledge were helpful to you, please like and subscribe to the channel to join Tuệ An in building a community of peaceful and mindful living.